Hello everyone and welcome to episode 21 of the Skyrim Let's Play series. Last episode we finished up Alfdan and got ourselves an Elder Scroll. As you can see here, it's a beautiful looking Elder Scroll. Now, we went through that. It took way shorter of a time than I thought it was. I thought it was going to take like 2 or 3 episodes. It took one. I don't know, I guess I was just overestimating it. Whatever. At the end of last episode, I kind of did a very small amount of enchanting and stuff, and as you can see, I kind of continued along that line. If I can find my enchanting level. Okay, I got it up to 60. You can see here, I didn't actually get this perk, but you can see my enchanting is pretty good. My smithing is getting towards Daedric level, which is good, and then my alchemy is also almost 60 as well. Now, this is important because I decided to enchant some of my pieces of armor. So you can see here, I have the one-handed attacks increase, and it's just so good. You can see I went from like 50 to 60 damage to 127 and 104. It's just overall an amazing upgrade, and the second I get Daedric Smithing, I can make Dawnbreaker do even more damage. It's just overall a pretty good time, but today we need to continue on with the main quest. I was gonna say I've neglected it for too long, but I literally did it last episode. I don't know when I'm on. Time for more. Let's wait a little bit.
You have it.
I do.
The Elder Scroll. Tidkrech Kalos.
All right. Well, let me quick save here because there has been times before where my game just broke after doing this.
No question. You are doomed.
Bye, Parthenax.
Storm late. We're running out of time. The battle.
Dar Sulthurse Alduin Ukri. Today Alduin's lordship will be restored. But I honor your courage. Krifwolf Akrin. Die now in vain.
For Skyrim.
Uh-oh. That was a dramatic yeah. Oh, well, now she has the dragon killing animation that's overly long. Oh, no. Hers isn't overly long. Why can't we just get that?
A glorious day, is it not?
Have you no thought beyond the blooding of your blade?
It would appear not.
What else is there?
The battle below goes ill. If Alduin does not rise to our challenge, I fear all may be lost.
You worry too much, brother. Victory will be ours.
Why does Alduin hang back? We've staked everything on this plan of yours, old man.
He will come. He cannot ignore our defiance. And why should he fear us, even now?
We blooded him well. 4 of his kin have fallen to my blade alone this day.
But none have yet stood against Alduin himself. Galthor, Sori, Birka.
They did not have Dragonrend. Once we bring him down, I promise, I will have his head.
You do not understand. Alduin cannot be slain like a lesser dragon. He is beyond our strength. Which is why I brought the Elder Scroll.
Feldir, we agreed not to use it.
I never agreed. And if you are right, I will not need
We'll
it.
deal with Alduin ourselves. Here and now.
We shall see soon enough. Alduin approaches.
So be it.
Well, here's Alduin.
Me. Tarnudis. Him hind paliv. Zuu hindan.
Let those that watch from Sovngarde envy us this day.
What have you done? What twisted words have you created? Tarudis Pathrax, my teeth to his neck. But first, dear Kumar,
will not be in terror. You feel the fear for the first time, worm. I see it in your eyes. Skyrim will be free!
Uh-oh. Hope nothing bad Bye, Gormlaith.
It's no use. Use the scroll, Elder. Now.
Hold Alderman on the wing. Sister Hawk, grant us your sacred breath to make this contract heard. Begone, World Eater. By words with older bones than your own, we break your perch on this age and send you out. You are banished. Count you out of all our endings unto the last. You are banished.
It worked. We did it.
Yes, the World Eater is gone. May the spirits have mercy on our souls.
Well then. Interesting. Beautiful cutscene. Now we have a method of defeating dragons, which we didn't really have before. Dragons kind of would just fly around, and that was it. All right, so let's favorite Dragon Rend and Whirlwind Sprint, because those will be the two I switch between.
My belly is full of the souls of your fellow mortals, Dovahkiin.
Okay, rude.
Die now, and await your fate in Sovngarde. Lost Foot, you are too late, Alduin. Dovahkiin, you...
All right. I will as soon as he gets slightly closer. He's kind of just flying around, and I mean, maybe I could hit him. Here we go. There we go. All right. Oh wait, did I? Oh wait, no. Parthenax was just hit too. I didn't realize that you could hit multiple dragons at the same time. Okay. Ow. 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 That was painful. Let me heal a little bit. That was rough. That was rough. All right. Where is he? Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention this, but I also gave Farkas over here an ebony sword, as you can see. This has always been one of the coolest fights in this entire game, in my opinion. Like, in terms of just thematic. Like, it's not necessarily, it's not particularly challenging, per se, unless you do it at a really low level. It's not particularly challenging, as you can tell. Ow. And sorry, I'm just trying to find a right place for my mic, because I think I was talking too loud into it, so hopefully it wasn't too loud. I didn't talk this much this episode because of the dialogue anyway, so.
Here by you or anyone else. You cannot prevail against me. I will outlast you, mortal.
It's always been really strange how this quest is like, talk to Parthenax, or talk to Arngeir, or talk to Esbern. And the reason why I think that that's weird is just because of that Arngeir and Parthenax are an option, because they're kind of like the same faction. I wanted to talk to you. I guess he wants to talk over here instead. Which is a little bit inconvenient.
Lot Kongrach, you truly have the voice of a Dova. Alduin's allies will think twice after this victory.
I don't really like this perspective, I'll be honest. I need to find where Alduin went.
Yes, one of his allies could tell us. Matmahus. But it will not be so easy to convince one of them to betray him. Perhaps the Hafkasayun, the palace in Whiterun, Dragon's Reach. It was originally built to house a captive Dova. A fine place to trap one of Alduin's allies,
The Jarl of Whiterun might not think so.
Yes, but your Sum is strong. I do not doubt that you can convince him of the need.
Alright, well...
Sum Ar Mora.
Lag spike. That's that. Now we need to talk to the Jarl of Whiterun to trap a dragon in Dragon's Reach. Now this is the kind of... This is always the weird part, right? Is whenever I'm doing the main quest, I always forget that this is part of it. Same with the War Council and everything, right? I always think, like, my brain always goes, okay, Alduin comes back after learning Dragonrend, then you just go to Sovngarde, and I forget the fact that you need to trap a dragon first. Always just kind of a, like, weird thing. Like, I always miss a step in my head.
They're reforming the
They're reforming the Dawn Guard.
vampire hunters or something in the old fort.
Good to know, good to know. Might need to see about joining up myself. Hey, Bolgriff.
Keep that magic away from me.
I need your help. I need to trap a dragon in your palace.
I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace.
That is what I said, yes.
I'm sorry, but I can't do it. We'll just have to keep fighting the
I
dragon.
failed the
What you're
persuasion
asking for?
check.
You want me to let a dragon into the heart of my
It's the
city?
only way to stop the dragon attacks.
There must be another way. The risk is too great.
The threat is worse than you know. Alduin has returned.
Alduin, the World Eater himself. But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times?
I'm Dragonborn. It's my destiny to stop him.
I don't know about such things, but I heard the Greybeard summon you. That's good enough for me. Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace?
It's the only way to find Alduin before it's too late.
I want to help you, Dragonborn, and I will, but I need your help first. Ulfric and General Tullius are both just waiting for me to make a wrong move. Do you think they will sit idle while the dragon is slaughtering my men and burning my city? No. I can't risk weakening the city while we are under the threat of enemy attack. I'm sorry.
What if you didn't have to worry about an enemy attack?
Then I would be glad to help you with your mad dragon trapping scheme, but getting both sides to agree to a truce will be difficult at this point. The bitterness has gone too deep. Maybe. What of the Greybeards? They are respected by all Nords. High Hrothgar is neutral territory. If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council, then maybe Ulfric and Tullius would have to listen.
Leave that to me. I'll talk Arngeir into hosting a peace council.
Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons and this war into the bargain.
Alright,
Now,
so,
if you don't mind,
season unending.
I've got a city.
Yeah, don't you worry about it, Bolgriff. No, I've always loved Bolgriff. Bolgriff's always, like, my favorite Jarl, just because, you know, he actually wants to protect his people and his hold, which is, you know, it's respectable. I'll talk about this more when Civil War comes up, but it's kind of like a shame because Jarl Bolgriff, right, he's this kind of neutral party, but in only one side will he actually, like, stay the Jarl if you decide to side with them, which is the Imperials. Which is a shame. Like, honestly, I would side with the Stormcloaks more if he stayed the Jarl.
Alduin? We heard the Dragonrend shout from here. You defeated him?
Yes, but he escaped. I need to find his portal to Sovngarde.
I feared as much. I thought it was him we saw flying east after your battle.
I need your help. I need to capture a dragon.
We are not warriors. What is overlooked in the Dragonborn is not permitted to any other followers of the Way of the Voice.
I'll worry about capturing the dragon. I need your help to stop the war.
You misunderstand our authority. The Greybeards have never involved themselves in political affairs.
Jarl Bolgrif won't help me while the war rages.
I see. The dragon will lead you to Alduin, but without the Jarl's help.
Both sides respect the Greybeards. They will listen.
Paarthurnax has made the decision to help you. This is the road we have to walk. Even the Greybeards must bend to the winds of change, it seems. So be it. Tell Ulfric and General Tullius that the Greybeards wish to speak to them. We will see if they still remember us.
Alright, so
Sky, guard you.
now we need to negotiate a peace council. I'll try to be as fair as possible, to be honest, because it always, like, obviously, there's been times I have, and I could go, like, you know, heavily favor one side for the sake of the Civil War, but I feel like that's not the way it's supposed to be played, you know? It's supposed to be played in a more balanced and kind of, you know, like, you're supposed to make an equal trade for both sides. And I think that that's the fair thing to do. So we're going to try to do that. Now, I was going to say this earlier, but it's always been weird to me, right? Where, right, the making of shouts by humans is considered to be kind of like against the Thuum, right? Like, that's why Dragonrend is so kind of reviled, because it's almost like a mockery of the Thuum, right?
Is that magic?
And
Careful, please.
I kind of understand, but at the same time, I think that the shouts have so much potential if you wanted to. Hello, Jarl.
Only
Ulfric.
the foolish or the courageous approach a Jarl without summons. Do I know you?
I was at Helgen.
Ah, yes. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken.
I was set free. Oh, no. I don't want to do that.
Well,
I don't want to
as
do
you
that.
can see, I have much that requires my attention. If you're inclined to gab.
I have a message from the Greybeards.
It's about time they turned their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want?
They want to negotiate a truce until the dragon menace is dealt with.
I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course. And the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there.
General Tullius hasn't agreed to attend yet.
I can't agree to any peace council until I know Tullius will be there. The other Jarls could take that as a sign of weakness.
Showing respect to the Greybeards will increase your prestige.
I don't need you to teach me how to play
Well, apparently you do.
Skyrim, but you're right.
You can't say that.
To gain by refusing
I don't
the
need you to
Greybeard's
teach
request.
me, but you do. I do in fact need you to teach me. Okay, so you'll come to the Peace Council.
Yes. I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
If I haven't really made it clear, and this will become clearer later, I don't particularly like the Stormcloak side. Less of a Stormcloak rebellion and more of a Stormcloak insurrection.
It doesn't matter how many times you ask. God like Whitemane is in a better place now.
Ah,
Or is there any place better than
can you please let me go?
I heard it. Howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
True, I may look the part of dashing swordsman, but I prefer the art of wit.
Alright. Castle Tower.
Are my men now giving free rein to anyone who wanders into the castle? Do you have some reason to be here, citizen?
I have a message from the Greybeards.
Greybeards? What do those old hermits want with me?
They're convening a peace council at High Hrothgar.
Why, there's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor.
We need a truce until the dragon menace is dealt with.
They are getting to be a problem. But I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that. Dragons or no dragons.
Ulfric has already agreed to attend.
Has he? I suppose he doesn't want to miss a chance to bluster about the Empire's many crimes. He's probably hoping I'll refuse so he can blame the Empire for being unreasonable. I think I'll have to disappoint him yet again.
You'll come to the Peace Council then?
Yes, fine. I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do.
I'm telling you, Ulfric's planning an attack
All
on
right.
Whiterun.
See, I do like that. If you
Greybeards have called
noticed,
the Peace Council at High Hrothgar, and can you believe it? Both Ulfric, Stormcloak, and General Tullius have agreed to go.
I know, I was there. You can see that both sides are talking about Whiterun when you enter their areas, right? Like Ulfric is talking about the need to attack Whiterun. It's either them or us. And then the Imperials are talking about the fact that they're planning on attacking Whiterun, and you know they are. Which is kind of just rude. Attacking a neutral party is never the good thing to do.
So, you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters.
Don't worry, I'll get them to agree to peace.
Peace? I doubt it. They may put their weapons down for a moment, but only to gather strength for the next bloodletting. They are not yet tired of war. Far from it. You know the ancient Nord word for war? Season unending.
Hey, that's the name of this quest.
And so it has proved. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
Probably not much. I mean, obviously I said earlier, like, I don't particularly like the Stormcloaks, but I don't really like the Imperials that much either. I feel like both sides kind of just suck. But you know who sucks more? The Thalmor. There we go.
Now that everyone is here, please take your seats.
Delphine, as usual, being late.
I hope that we have all come
No.
here in the spirit
You
of...
insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Here, here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
But you know who can?
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard, the nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that I would sit down at the same table with that Thalmor bitch. Either she walks or I do.
Alright, you're right. The Thalmor have no business here.
I'm glad we agree on this.
Very well, Ulfric. Enjoy.
Bye, Elwyn. Elwyn? Elwyn.
The Thalmor will
Bye.
keep the government rule Skyrim. We would not think of interfering in your civil war.
Sure.
Skyrim will never bow to the Thalmor.
Okay, don't celebrate too early, because you guys aren't going to get much.
Imperial friends.
You're not going to get too much later.
You're lucky I respect the Greybeard's counsel, Galmar.
Legate, we represent the Emperor here.
Sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the Dragon Menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't
We're
be able
here to
resist.
arrange a temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request.
That's me.
I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hope to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely
What would the
out of
Empire
character.
want in return?
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough. First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire, and deserve a traitor's death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth.
How about Riften?
The rift would help secure our communications with Cyrodiil, and threaten Ulfric's southern flank.
The Dragonborn has spoken, Tullius. Markarth will be ours. Now we'll see if there's anything behind your talk of good faith.
You disappoint me, Dragonborn. I accepted your invitation on...
What do you mean? I didn't even favor him. It was a major hold for a major hold.
I can see now that this is not a negotiation at all. I know you, Ulfric. If I hand over Markarth, you'll be ready with a new demand. You'll never defeat the Empire, and you know it. But you're willing to sacrifice thousands for your own selfish ambition. Soon enough, I'll have you back under the headsman's axe, and this time there won't be any dragon to save you.
As always, the Empire's fine words are worth nothing.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your pitiless agreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
I don't know about the end of the world, but this dragon situation has gotten out of hand. If this truce will help the Dragonborn here put an end to that menace, we both gain. Remember that, Ulfric. Now, back to the matter at hand. You know as well as I do that we can't hand over Markarth on these terms.
Show us bones. Where will these demands end?
Out with it, then.
We want compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten.
You slaughtered the very people you claim to be fighting for. True sons of Skyrim would never do such things.
Damned Imperial lies. My men would never stoop to such methods, even in retaliation.
This is our homeland, Tullius. All the blood spilled in this war is on your head.
That is not how that works.
Dragonborn, what do you say?
Ulfric should in fact compensate you for what happened in Karthwasten.
Well said. For once you'll actually pay for your crimes. I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thongvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Layla Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. The Stormcloaks will pay appropriate compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Hey, Farkas.
Come on, Delmar. We have a lot of work.
All right, there we go. Well, that was a long peace council, but one nonetheless. So that's going to be it for this episode. I'd like to think that I did pretty well at kind of balancing it, right? Like I sent Ellenwyn away, which counts as siding with the Stormcloaks, and then I made a fair trade on the Hold Capitals, and then I sided with the Imperials. I'd like to think I did pretty balanced. But that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like at the sub button. But otherwise, adios.